Well, it's been 2 days ever since operations are underway on a war footing to rescue 35 workers who are feared trapped in the debris inside the Tapovan tunnel in Uttarakhand. A multi-agency force comprising of the ITBP, the NDRF, the SDRF and the army are conducting the search and rescue operations. Meanwhile, the death toll has now reached 28. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat took stock of the situation and met flood-hit victims as well in Chamoli district. 197 people are still missing ever since this glacier burst triggered a flash flood in the state on Sunday. Those are all of the latest developments as far as the Uttarakhand tragedy is concerned. Meanwhile, Times Network's Mohit Bhatt brings us a ground report from the banks of the Dhauliganga River, which continues to be covered with silt in the aftermath of the disaster.
Now on this side is the Dhauliganga River. Now just few meters away from this point, Dhauliganga meets Rishi Ganga, and as of now you can see it's completely covered with silt, and you can see there are still remains of devastation that are easily seen in the river. There are tree trunks, there are debris, and the color of river as of now is completely changed. Now this time around in winters, the color of the river is quite light green because of the snowfall, and there is no rain at this time of year in Uttarakhand. But due to the floods, due to the flash floods, and Rishi Ganga and Dhauliganga sweeping away all the villages, bridges and the dams in their way, the color is completely black due to the silt. Now you can see towards that side, it seems that the water is completely mixed with cement. Now we are the only channel to get this close to the Dhauliganga River. Now few kilometers away from this point is the NTPC hydro project site, which was also damaged by this particular river, Dhauliganga. Now still there are around 30 people who are still stuck in that particular tunnel, which is completely filled with silt of this particular Dhauliganga River, and the rescue and relief operations are going on. Around 13 villages have been completely cut off due to the damage to the bridges. And we are the only channel to get this close to Dhauliganga and to show you these pictures that what exactly happened on that day. Now the river is completely covered with silt, and it's been 2 days since this flash flood happened, but the color still remains dark. So you can imagine how much devastation this would have caused in upper parts of Joshimath and Chamoli.
And speaking exclusively to Times Network, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat said that 35 people are still stuck in the Tapovan tunnel, and arrangements are being made by rescuers to reach out to the workers who are buried under the debris.
तुरंत तो यहाँ पर एक रोप लगाने के लिए कहा गया है, एक ट्रॉली लग जाएगी, तो उसे जो राशन की आपूर्ति है या हैवी कोई सामान यहाँ भिजवाना है तो तेजी से यहाँ पर पहुँचना शुरू हो जाएगा, क्योंकि हेलीकॉप्टर की एक लिमिट है, उसमें 15-20 पैकेट ही उसमें एक बार में आ पा रहे हैं। तो जिस तरह के यहाँ पर लगभग 360 के करीब परिवार हैं तो बहुत समय लगेगा। इसलिए आज यानी कि आज तारीख है 9 तारीख, तो उम्मीद है कि आज यहाँ पर हमारा ये रोप लग जाएगा और फिर यहाँ पर कम से कम जो राशन पहुँचाना है वो आराम से यहाँ राशन पर्याप्त मात्रा में पहुँचना शुरू हो जाएगा। नहीं, अभी देखिए हमारी जो ग्रेफ है वो यहाँ पर उनके इंजीनियर यहाँ पर हैं। अभी तो तत्काल जो यहाँ मुझे लगता है कि हफ्ता 10 दिन में हमारा जो वैली ब्रिज है वो वैली ब्रिज यहाँ पर बन सकता है, और उसके लिए हमारे पास वैली ब्रिज हैं भी तैयार, वैली ब्रिज हैं, तो वैली ब्रिज बन जाएंगे। फिर BRO, क्योंकि हमारी बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण सड़क है, सामरिक दृष्टि से भी महत्वपूर्ण है, स्थानीय लोगों के लिए तो है ही, लेकिन सामरिक दृष्टि भी अति महत्वपूर्ण है, बहुत सेंसिटिव हमारा ये एरिया है।
Meanwhile, Times Network's Kangana brings us a bird's-eye view of the scale of disaster in Uttarakhand. She is reporting on the extent of damage on the Rishi Ganga River. Take a look.
This is the Rishi Ganga. This is the Rishi Ganga project, and this is the part from where the glacier had fallen and got into the river, got in the main Ganga River. And this is the Rishi Ganga village, and this is the project that got washed away while there was a burst of glacier, and these are the villages that got disconnected. This you can see the bridge. My video journalist Arjun Singh Rawat is showing you the bridge that was damaged. are the 13 villages you can see that got disconnected from the rest of Uttarakhand, and which is why the Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat will be flying to these 13 villages to take the stock of the situation, to see the reality on the ground, because there are a lot of people who have been complaining because of the broken bridge. There is a disconnectivity between the 13 villages till up to China border and the rest of the Uttarakhand, that they are not able to get their supplies properly. Water shortage, food shortage, medical shortage, and which is why there have been choppers running through and out from day before yesterday who are supplying ration, medicines and doctors in choppers. And that's the reason why CM is also going to today to take a proper stock of the situation on ground.
And Times Network's Kangana spoke to the ADG of Western Command, ITBP Manoj Rawat, who spelt out the measures being taken by the officials to restore logistics in 13 villages that remain cut off post the tragedy. He also added that measures are being ramped up to supply ration to those stranded.
What is the situation on ground right now?
As you have just seen, that the 13 villages which are disconnected, the civil administration is doing the great job. As the Chief Minister has rightly brought out, that the main point over here is to connect the Reddy Bridge. So I think initially we have to connect it with the rope so that the logistic supply can be reinstated. However, till such time, we have about 100 odd troops of ITBP in the other side who are trying to supply the logistics, rations to the villages which are cut off by the other subsidiary bridges. You have just had a word with the ITBP troops on ground itself, and I think you are doing a yeoman job by going to the down to the last man who are in the need of in this dire circumstances. And let me assure you through your channel that the efforts, the no stone will be left unturned here to reinstate the normal life. Though it's going to take some time, but the healing touch and the VAMPs, the other the efforts which we are making is going to go a long way in giving the solace and heal up the wounds which they have got through this exhausting and the threatening the situation which has happened.
Meanwhile, Times Network's Mohit Bhatt tracking rescue operations at the Tapovan tunnel tells us what's happening on ground.
I'm at a very strategic location. I'll just show you around and show you that what exactly happened on that particular day. Now I'll ask my camera person to zoom towards this side. Meghna, if you can see towards that side, that is the Nanda Devi peak over there. Now a part of that particular Nanda Devi peak, a glacier fell into Rishi Ganga river. Now on the Rishi Ganga river there was this Rishi Ganga power project whose construction was going on. It was completely washed away by this particular glacier that came into the Rishi Ganga river. Then Rishi Ganga river subsequently meets Dhauli Ganga river, and on Dhauli Ganga river there was this NTPC power plant over there, and you can see, if my camera person can show you, those are the visuals of the particular power plant which is there. It was completely washed away. The rescue and relief operations are going on, and still it's been almost 2 days. Still the whole river is filled with silt. We cannot see any clean water over here, so you can imagine the impact of the whole situation, that how everything was washed away. Even the dam at Rishi Ganga river was completely washed away. A part of NTPC power project was also washed away. It was a very frightening scene. So as of now, we know that how the relief and rescue operations are going on. Chief Minister of Uttarakhand himself is monitoring the situation.
Now, this entire tragedy, the glacier burst, has really left hundreds of people homeless. Many are still searching for their loved ones and even their belongings. Those who have survived the disaster are still in a state of shock as they pray and wait for news of their missing relatives. Listen in to the survivors who are narrating their ordeal.
I have a family with me whose house has now been damaged because of the glacier burst. So, ma'am, आपका यहाँ पे मकान था जो पानी के बहाव में आके टूट गया?
हाँ, कुछ नहीं रही कि कुछ ना मकान बढ़ाई, सली कुली लगाई, इसलिए यो सरियाली आई जगह।
मैं तो खुद मलबे में दब रखी थी, मुझे तो किसी ने निकाला। मैं तो खुद जा चुकी थी, फिर मेरी मम्मी किसके साथ रहती? आपका घर पूरा खत्म हो चुका है?
हाँ, मैं दब रखी थी, मुझे तो किसी ने निकाला वहां से बाहर। मैम हमें कुछ पता नहीं है, मैं अंदर थी ना बैठी हुई, तो अचानक से आवाज आई, देखा बाहर तो मलबा हमारे मुंह पे आ चुकी थी, हम तड़पतर हो चुके, दब चुके थे। वो तो हमारी जान कैसे बची हमें को पता है।
Well, that is a reality on ground in 13 villages. This is the village Lata, where a family was just explaining how they've lost their life. The mother is really stressed that how she will be now able to build a new house, because she also has to get her daughter married. And these are the most important difficulties that they are facing, with sleepless nights of their relatives who have also gone missing.
In fact, let's show you the latest from where the rescue operations are being executed in full swing. In Tapovan area, there are 35 workers who are still feared trapped in the tunnel. And the visuals on your screens showing how a SDRF team are searching for the trapped workers using torchlights. We'll just pull up those visuals for you on your screens of how the workers are using flashlights and, in fact, torchlights and trying to search for those who are trapped in the tunnel. These rescue operations have been going on for the last 2 days now. Ever since this tragedy hit, there was one tunnel where successfully several people were in fact rescued, and here are the visuals of those inside the tunnel. The SDRF team trying to find those who are still trapped in the tunnel. There was a lot of debris that had to first be removed before the search operations inside the tunnel could actually begin. Those, of course, are going on. Meanwhile, rescue teams are working on war footing to evacuate those who are trapped in the catastrophe hit in Chamoli. Since 3 days now, people stuck in remote areas are being airlifted as well as part of the rescue operations. One such rescue operation, the visuals of which are on your screens. This is from the flood-hit Chamoli, where a sick woman was in fact airlifted and carried out by a helicopter. Those are the visuals of that particular operation being carried out. The woman was extremely sick, and she was then airlifted from Chamoli and taken away from there.